So the first item that I would include in my COVID survival kit would be Marvel movies. I am a Marvel fanatic. So is my husband, and my little guy loves Spider-Man right now. So these movies were definitely always playing at our house, especially anytime we were kind of feeling like we had cabin fever and wanting to get out and needed something to occupy our minds, we would watch one of these, especially Thor Ragnarok, which is one of my all-time favorite Marvel movies. Anytime I needed a laugh, I would watch this. The next item that I would include in my survival kit would be a book, of course. What language arts teacher would not include a book in their survival kit? This is actually the second book in a series. The first one is called One of Us is Lying, and it is a fantastic book. I highly recommend that you check out both the books in the series. The series caught my attention because it reminded me of the movie The Breakfast Club. So, if any of you have ever seen the movie The Breakfast Club and you enjoyed it, this might be a really great series for you. I was born in the late 80s, and The Breakfast Club was always playing on TV throughout my entire childhood. So it's one of my favorite movies. And when I saw this and it reminded me of that movie, I had to read it. And I'm so glad that I did because it is like the Breakfast Kit Club with a bunch of kids that are stuck in detention together, except there's a twist. One of the students in detention actually gets murdered, and it is just a suspenseful murder mystery that is really well done. So in January, the sequel to this book came out, and in January, I was super busy. We were still in school. My little guy got really sick this winter, so I was taking care of him, and I didn't have time to read it. So once COVID happened, I immediately ordered this and I plowed through it, and it is just as good as the first one. So this is an awesome series that you guys can check out, and Mrs. Buckley actually has them in the library for you. The next item that I would include would, again, be a book, except this time it is a children's book. Honestly, this book saved me during lockdown and everything going on with COVID. My little guy has a slightly compromised immune system, so he's high risk. So we couldn't really take him anywhere. All of the things that I wanted to do with him this summer, like going to the zoo and the children's museum, were off the table. But my little guy really loves this book. So anytime he was being really rambunctious, I could sit him down and we could read this over and over again. So this book was a savior for me, and it kept my little guy really entertained for a couple of months. The next thing that I have in my survival kit would be the floor plans to my house. And this might seem like an odd one to include, but there's kind of a story that goes along with all of this. Before COVID, so back in December, right after Thanksgiving, my husband and I decided that our house was not working for us anymore, and we needed more space, especially now that we have a toddler. So we decided that we were going to go down this path and build a new house. So we found a plot of land about a mile from our current house, and we decided to start building. And this was all happening before COVID. And then COVID hit, and we really couldn't go anywhere. But the one place that we could go was to our home site. So after all of the workers left for the day, we could walk through our house and check out all of the progress. And my son loved it. He was so excited to go to the new house every single day. And it really kept us busy, and it gave us something to look forward to. All right, one more item. So the last item that I would include in my survival kit would be a vinyl. I kind of talked to you all about this yesterday about how I collect vinyls and I love classic rock. So music is something that is always playing at my house. And this particular series of vinyls was always in use. I love Led Zeppelin. So anytime I was either feeling happy or I was feeling down, I felt like there was a Led Zeppelin track that just suited my mood. And I played it so much that now my little guy is hooked on Led Zeppelin too. So there is my COVID survival kit. I hope you have enjoyed learning a little bit more about me. Thanks, guys.